I was never much for hairdos, like standing in front of the mirror. And I mean, of course, you got to cut some of it. I would really love to know how to do that, but I wanted to talk about what we have coming up astrologically and just really just open it up and look. Around about like right now, it's heading for it. What we have is um, Mercury moving into Sagittarius, and that squares Saturn. It's kind of probably happening now, or sometime in between um, now and the 13th. Uh, and when it does that, with the Mars upcoming new moon that's involved with Mars being right there, but and the Sun both are they're going to be oppose Uranus. But Mars is going to be exactly opposed Uranus, right on the degree, and that makes me point out, just the war scene again. The warlords, they want to control the money, where it goes, how it's spent, and or the illusion of the shortages that will take more money to come in. Maybe, that's just that, but but it's funner to get more on the microcosmic level. But really, it affects everybody's. Depends on what house it is, but if you have, say like Taurus on the 11th house and Scorpio on the 5th house, then it just means like, well, it involves your group, community, friends, Aquarius, 11th house. As far as the money's concerned, maybe your love life is definitely it's hooked into your romance, the 5th house of Leo, but it's Taurus or Scorpio, and so it's intense right there. Maybe you're having to balance out your spendings on your romantic life or whatever, your pleasure life or whatever. So that's where you just move your financing or like your value system around the housing. And for me, it's just the boring in the house of financing and other people's money. Scorpio rules other people's money on the selfless part of the chart, and Taurus rules, like your money on the more selfish part of the chart, which is something to explain after Libra. When Libra makes the first opposition, it's the first realization of the other, and now it's kind of selfless and doing the more expanded rest of the human evolution, which that's what astrology is pointing at, like waking up more to what. Well, there's an ocean of crap out there. You gonna clean it up? Pisces, hello. Pisces, you need some cleaning up over there. Boy, are you okay? Poor things. I mean, really, they're versatile when they are cleaned up. They can do anything and everything. But anyway, boy, what's going to be happening this whole week? It's really tough. People that live oblivious, we could just about. That's the thing. Is I think that the Mars opposed Uranus. The people that live oblivious cannot do it anymore. They're going to be like, it's going to be like, hello, no, you too, you're in the same boat. It's sinking, by the way. Did you notice that? You just keep thinking positive like a bunch of unreliable pieces of shit. What we're saying when we say that is that you're denying seeing what's really going on. You just imagine that it's something else, and that is not feasible anymore. It's really a toxic waste zone. You're not going to say, well, just imagine that it's dissipating and that it's, just think it's dirt, a certain kind of special dirt. No, that's toxic. Sorry, we don't live that way. You people are dangerous, by the way. You shouldn't have kids around you. I think that this Mars opposition on the new moon is going to, not only for that one day, is going to, like this week coming up, fucking this weekend. Woo, people! What I'm talking about is going to peek out and watch, what loosens up out there and like, what goes nuts, basically flies off the handle and does a whip, and This could be the 7 babes that were of the year, and I know it is for me. Um, there would see a lot of people in order to do the right changes, really to get on to get on. Oh, you mean I was lied to and I live a lie? Yes, and so are you ready to drop it all? Even the pieces of crap that you think are the right people around you. Really, did you notice that you're sitting in darkness? And if you heard any of this, there is hope for you. Maybe if you just hear it, like maybe you have to do a total whip, do something completely. And it's not a maybe. It's not a sometimes. Sometimes everything changes when you finally see that you're living a lie. No, everything does, and it's always actually. Bye bye. You haven't experienced that yet? Everybody dropping away from you. Well, it's your turn now. And we're laughing because you're the fearful ones. You're the last ones to know that you're not supposed to hang on like that and conduct a toxic waste zone, mainly of just yourself turning into a stiff before you just fall over and crack over. That's exactly the fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. They're so fixed in their ways and stubborn. They go, well, okay, then I'm going to shatter and just going to be whoosh. And good. Somehow piece it back together because that's all you're really going to do. A new life is supposed to be coming. Did you just keep hanging on? And you created what? Good God, we're looking at some stuff that's disgusting because it's kind of like a hand-me-down, you know? It's like you didn't work on it, but instead you just stayed stuck, you know, in subconscious programming with the Mercury square to Saturn. By Friday, babes, nothing is going. Don't be easy on each other because everybody's going to want to communicate something, but it's like, forget it. Forget it. Mercury square Saturn, you're not going to be constructive. Mercury in Sagittarius, that's a detrimental place anyway. Those people who have Mercury in Sagittarius, bear with them. You know what I mean? They like to talk, but it's like, boy, your mind is on vacation and your mouth is working overtime, baby. You know, that's something that Mercury and Gemini would contest you over. But we need earmuffs now. And really, just don't think you're going to ever work that out, especially right then when it's like it's time to talk. No, actually just know that you don't need to argue. Just let them have their side and say, well, I'll catch up with you in 3 days when this shit blows over, baby. And but you don't let it blow over. Please do your work. Find out what you want to do for eternity. There you go. Me, I'm just looking at the rest of my life, but I know I'm trying to think practically now. What do we want to do forever? Make sure it's not spill asphalt around or um or live in such a way over here where you build a fence and then you put a fence on the other side and then I don't know. Just try to do some excellent craftsmanship.